As y'all can tell, UPS doesn't know how to treat their boxes. But, yeah, pretty beat up. But, best part, oh my god, they're beautiful. Coilovers finally for the Subi. I know. Alex, why'd you go with your JDM speed? That's the eBay brand. Unlike some people, I've never had issues with anything that had insert name speed. Like Godspeed's, awesome brand. JDM speed, yeah, maybe another eBay brand or whatever, you know, as seen on eBay brand. But actually I saw a lot of these that had really good reviews. So, and they're black and red, which is really cool. I wanted them to be blue.
Damn, I did so well. Holy shit, Alex.
I like red.
Got an S on her,
it's actually my favorite color.
But
the blue would have gone with my theme. Or black and white, that would have been dope too. But I could probably always change those colors for the top hats and everything later. But yeah. Today, which it looks like they are XLG KYB shock strokes. Or shock absorbers. Yeah, those guys gotta go. Look at how rusty and chipping and gross they look. And so we're gonna get those swapped out. Getting those ugly bastards swapped out because they're gross as hell. And not because they're dirty, but because like it's just completely gross. I don't like them anymore. I mean, I like them, but like it's just cheap crap. So we're gonna be replacing the shocks with coilovers. Yes, full set of coilovers. Camber adjustment and everything. Unfortunately, not the damn thing type, but whatever. And then new wheels. Beautiful Oddhon wheels. Yes, so let's get this started. So this is what the beasties will look like. They're gonna be, I'm definitely gonna have to roll the fenders because it's gonna push out like a motherfucker. They're gonna poke hella bad. Like, look at that. So we're definitely gonna roll the fenders. That's with a 25mm spacer, and the only reason is because I want to make sure that it's clears everything, which looks like it might. Once these are out, it'll be a lot better because the coilovers are a lot thinner, so it'll give me a little bit more space. But that's what I'm looking at so far. I'm gonna have to roll the fenders. It's gonna be kind of a pain because some of the parts are already warped. So I'm gonna have to roll those, which I kind of wanted to do anyway. So bright. Anyway, but yeah, these are gonna look nice. I got some nice fat meaty tires on them. But this is just like a test to see how they're gonna look, how much space I'm gonna need. These are gonna be some big beefy tires. So just locked up. They're not actually all the way screwed on, of course. Just enough to like, stop it from wiggling so much. Just as a test. But yeah, that's where we're at now. So, damn, they're gonna poke like hell. Like, damn, and that's only 17 by 9, and the stock ones, well, not stock ones, but the ones I got, I think, are 17 by 8.5. Watch out real quick. I think those are 17 by 8.5, or 17 by 8. Yeah, 225, 45, 17s.
Yeah, definitely wider.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted something with more depth wider to the tire. As a comparison, they're my old wheels. They got fucking dry rot and whatever, versus the new wheels. So quite a significant difference. Like I'd say 1.5 to 2 inches maybe. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is exactly what I wanted. Like I wanted wider wheels, and of course there's the spacer. Whoop. So we're actually gonna start working on the coilover swap into the Subaru. Into Corona, and we'll see how it goes. These guys, the two that connect to the knuckle, are actually three-quarter inch socket. We used so we used one of those guys sockets, and we used and a 19mm wrench. We kind of just jimmy rigged it, or not jimmy rigged, but like just go ahead and throw that back inside here. Or actually,
yeah, it won't stay. That's why I'm holding on to it.
Just rethread it a little bit inside there, just so we can keep track of it.
Yeah.
So essentially, we just got those guys off. Sometimes you might have to use a rubber mallet, which we did. But these guys that hold on the brake lines are 12 mil. So we're just threading them back on so we don't lose them. But no, we just gotta get these guys out from here. This is what the mallet's gonna be used for, and gently, rotate this down a little bit and try and pull it off. It doesn't look like it's gonna be as hard as the Lancer was because the Lancer had a lot of stuff in the way. But you want to take those guys off right there. So take off this 12 mil right here and this 12 mil right here that hold on the brake lines, and just move them out of the way very carefully, because you don't want to damage them. I didn't know that I had braided brake lines in the front, which is pretty cool. So I'd like to do it to this one too, but so that's where we're at now. We just gotta pop these guys out, and that's what we're gonna do now. Oh wow, that was pushed out easily.
Cause you got the little guy here, man.
Hell yeah. Got Shoot McFly. So before we do anything else, Anthony, I suggest that we take off the top ones now. The only reason I didn't before is just in case it, I didn't want it to drop too easily.
Spring down?
Yeah, didn't want it to drop and cause problems. So that's what we're gonna do now. And show the spot that we're having issues with. So
where's
these
the bolt?
guys, you have it this time.
Oh.
So these guys, the bolt doesn't fit through all the way because it gets locked up, so we gotta file it down. I don't like that idea, but we gotta do it. Either that or get new bolts, and I don't want to go get bolts if I don't have to.
It's a quick little mod.
Yeah. Damn it, Anthony! Anyway, so yeah, we gotta file it down. Make a pretty significant file or filing job. So gotta do it on top and bottom, just to make it so it's not too oblong or whatever. Try and make it as even as possible. Got these guys to file it down, so that's what we're doing now. Yay, we're gonna have to do a tall 4. Woo! That is the driver's side. It was a little bit more difficult to get it off because that bottom guy down there did not want to come off. As you can see, they're gonna be, it's not, you can't mix them up because the top bolt hole is gonna be bigger than the bottom ones because it's got that camber adjustment one. So our solution to that guy was to get one of those step bit drill bits that has the circles, and I don't have it over here right now. I'll show it later, but we just thickened it up. Yeah, we had to move that out of the way. Look how shiny that is. I mean, aside from the little bit of rust, but just surface rust. But I had to move it out of the way just because we were trying to get that out, and I just kept hitting the wire, and it kind of banged up the. Oh, it's not gonna focus. I kind of banged up the wire coating, the silicone of it. So just trying to be careful with that. So we had to tuck it out of the way, but we had to move that in order to do it. So that's a recommended step. We got it up on the jack right now, just hanging onto that little mounting point for the arm. So I had a really late start, so I only got the front 2 done for the coilovers. So I'm going out right now to go get some tires for the wheels. They're all stacked up right there. And once I get those up, I'll be able to know just how much of a clearance I'll have for the coilovers and the fenders and everything. 25mm spacers should be perfectly fine. My hand's in the way. Sorry about that. 25mm spacers should be fine. And yeah, so I'm going to Firestone to get some all seasons, and should be pretty set from there. And since I don't have any tires on it, I don't have to worry about the disposal fee. So yeah, going to do that, and then gonna do the rear coilovers as well. You gotta take off the seats, which have this guy here, and then that guy down there, and then there's 1, 2, 3 after you take this piece out. So I'm just gonna loosen up these guys first and just get it started. It's gonna be a pain in the ass because they're 169 foot-pounds, and that's a lot of freaking it's a lot of strength to put onto them. So I'm just gonna loosen them up real quick if I can. Throw them with some PV blasters first, or PV blaster first. I gotta swap out that lug nut eventually because it is busted, as you can see. but I don't have the ability to do that right now because I gotta take off that big guy for the axle, and I'm not doing that right now. I'll do it later, but for now, that's my focus. So, correction, there's actually supposed to be 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I'm not sure where the fuck that one is. I didn't do that. That was like that before, as if you've seen my previous videos. But they are 12 millimeter. Bleh, 12 millimeter. So that's how you get those out. When you get these two out for the bottom part of the seat, it just pulls right out. It's easy. So 2 things. One, that guy in the middle is holding it in place. You have to pull out the center bracket, like just tug on it. It's got a little tag. The only reason I didn't, anyway, that's how you get it out. You just gotta push up or pull up and pull it off. The only reason it's in the car still is because my dumbass in the past wired it that way. Yeah, so it's going, my amp wires are going through the fucking seat because I was stupid and didn't think about that. Damn it, Alex. I'll have to fix that later. Anyway, besides the point, you got the 3 screws right up here for the top of your strut. I've got a strut tower bar. But yeah, those 3. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Those 3 to get that off for the top hat. And then I believe, where is it? I think it's back there. Oh no, wait, where's that? I have to find the fuel filter, or fuel pump, because I'm gonna be taking that off and placing it too. So I gotta remember where that is, which I'll have to look online again. You may, I'm just trying to loosen them up and get them ready to pop out, because when I grab Ant, I want them just to be a pop out, put in, done. But you may realize that that one's stuck and that one's stuck, and there's very little room to actually whack it out. So I've got a procedure that I use, if you could call it procedure. So I basically get this hammer. If you have one like this, you're in luck. Something flat or, angled like that will help. And then get your rubber mallet and bash the back end of this. Not too hard. Of course, you want to make sure that the nut is on so you don't damage the threads while you're hammering it out. But that's what I'm doing to hammer that guy out. At least most of the way. It looks like there are zip ties that hold the brake line on, which is funny because so this one and the 2 front have a braided steel brake line, but the passenger or driver's side rear doesn't, and that's kind of strange to me. I don't know why they would skip out on one. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'll get back to you in a second, guys. And this is why I'm replacing them. Look at that. Gnarly, dude. I mean, it looks pretty good under there, but it's all rusted out and shit. Rotten. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the stopper right there. It's just a protector or whatever, but it's all nasty. Caked up with junk. Yeah. The back's also KYBs, or can't really tell. There's no marking. So these are probably stock. Yeah, they got rust right there too. The paint's chipping, but oh yeah, these are gnarly, dude. Look at that, completely blown. That freaking top hat is like bent as hell. Wow, the spring's not even sitting properly. I'm glad I'm replacing these. This is horrible. Whew. So I got the other one off, and it's looking like it's pretty much in the same shape as the other one. This is the passenger side. So pretty nasty. Doesn't look very centered at all. The top hat's like, what the shit. Comparison for the back and front. Like, look at the width of the stock suspension versus the coilover. It's gonna be like, maybe 2 inches thinner on each side. Also, it's got a beefier top hat. So it's also got camber adjustment in the back, which is pretty cool. It's very uncommon for eBay coilovers that come with that. I'm actually pretty far down on the thread, so it is going to lower it a little bit, about 2-3 inches, maybe. Well, I mean, of course, you know, that spring probably compressed a lot when it was under load, so that one probably won't very much, as I now have the front didn't, but that's where I'm at right now. Installed. It's not torqued down yet, but it goes up there. So basically you want to put the top in first, just because it's going to be easier to mount it and hold it in place. I loosened those little camber bolts or screws, whatever, just so that it will wiggle a bit, and I can still adjust it later, but I'll tighten them later on after I put it all back up, and make sure that it's all tight. I'm hoping that's the way it's supposed to go. There's no instructions involved. There aren't any instructions involved, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go, so it can adjust the let's see, so camber or caster. But we'll see once it's all bolted up. I just gotta do the other side. So I've got 3 of the coilovers installed, the 2 fronts and the passenger side rear. But then I got the call to, which is funny because I was just thinking, I was like, oh, it's 5:30, I should probably call or get ready to go. And then as soon as I was like, okay, I'll get ready to go, I get the call saying, hey, we got your wheels, so they're all good to go. So I gotta go pick them up before they close at 6, and that means I've got about 20 minutes. So cutting it close, but I told them, I was like, maybe a few minutes, but I'm on my way right now. They're like, okay, just drive safe, and I was like, I will. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. So yeah, new wheels. I was thinking low profile, like really low, but these are perfect. Exactly what I want. So if there's a will, there's a way. You can do it. Get them bastards in the car. Whew. Okay, that was heavy. Now to take them home. Top, new one on bottom. You see it's just slightly bigger in diameter. A lot better tread too, because like summer tires, all seasons.
Good tires, not so much. Good tires.
Now to get it all buttoned up. Got the back on. Looks fucking mean. Only problem is it's super pokey. Like, damn. Gonna have to get some flares or something. On the other hand, it looks really mean. I have to be really quiet because it's like almost 2 in the morning. But look at that. That poke though. Holy crap. The front's even crazier. Poke. Hashtag rally. This is my first time on the highway with them. No clunks, no bangs, anything like that that are out of the ordinary. With sticker suspension, you're going to hear a little bit, you're going to feel a lot more road noise. So that's to be expected. But as far as from the actual suspension itself, like the components, I'm not noticing anything substantial. No squeaks, no pops, no bangs, nothing. Which is good because it's as close to stock ride height as I could make it. I tried, me and Anthony tried to make it as close to stock as possible, just so that we can, we wouldn't rub or anything. There's no rub. There's about 2 finger length worth of space classified as a low pro, but it's really not that much of a low pro, as you guys saw. So I'm pretty satisfied. I mean, I'm not hearing anything out of the ordinary. I'm not feeling anything out of the ordinary. And oh, just in case you don't know, I know this is the end of the video, but just in case you guys don't, didn't keep attention of everything. So let's just give it a quick base run through, just overview of all the bolt torque specs and everything. So for the fronts, the top ones are, I believe, a 12 millimeter. Yeah, I see bump. Bump anytime you hit a bump. Anyway, the top three strut bolts are, I believe, 12 millimeter. I believe yeah, they are 12. They're like between 12 and 14, but I'm pretty sure they're 12. Their torque spec is 14.5 foot-pounds. The lower two bolts, the big bastards, are like the top one being the camber one, and the bottom one being just the standard one, standard bolt. The ones that connect to the knuckle for the strut. Those guys are going to be in the front 129 foot-pounds, and they are a 3/4 or size 19 millimeter socket slash ratchets, whatever. So they're 3/4 or 19. We use a 3/4 ratchet with a 19 millimeter wrench, an open end wrench, and that really helped out. So yeah, 129 foot-pounds in the front on the bottom ones. Your wheels are all gonna be 65 foot-pounds when you torque them down. So I just, I torqued the spacers on at 65 foot-pounds, and I torqued the wheels on the spacers at 65 foot-pounds. The rears, the top three, same deal on top, 45 foot-pounds. Oh hey. And then the bottoms are gonna be, sorry, Lancer. I like Lancers because I used to have one. Well, I still have one, but whatever. It's an OZ Rally one. Anyway, sorry, getting sidetracked. So the lower ones are going to be, the lower two that connect the strut or coilover to the hub are going to be 162 foot-pounds. So yeah, that's what torque specs you should be doing them at. I technically didn't lower it at all. The only thing I really did was, trying to make it as close to stock as possible. So, and it makes it look mean and like a rally car, to be honest with you. Like, I can see my wheels poking out on the sides of my car. So yeah. Overall, JDM speed, they're a decent quality for $340 coilovers. And I'm saying $340 after tax. So tax and shipping, I think. So as far as coilovers go, not bad. The Oddhorn wheels, they're big bitches. You're gonna fucking, like, these ones are big. I mean, not all of them are. You can get them at 17 by 8.5, but or 17. I think you can go all the way down to 17.7 or by 7.5. But mine are 17 by 9 because I wanted more tread.